Boy, I couldn't imagine having a kid wrestle. right, it's fun, but... Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Milton High School for the D1 Sectional E final between the Stoughton Vikings and McWanago Indians. Guys, this is shaped up to be a great one as both teams come in highly ranked and bring plenty of individual firepower. Stoughton has 6 individual ranked wrestlers, including 3 number 1s. Sudduth at 120, Rivera 126, and Empey 285 pounds. And McWanago has 4 ranked wrestlers, with 1 ranked wrestler and Cody Gable at 145. Stoughton qualified 13 of their 14 wrestlers to Saturday's individual sectional tournament in Fort Atkinson, and McWanago qualified their entire team at the regional here in Milton this past Saturday. There's a recent history of big matches between these two, including 2019 and 2020 when these two powerhouses wrestled for the state championship, both of which were won by Stoughton. This one's not as big as the team state championship, but lose tonight and the journey for a title ends right here. I bring on my co-host, head man of Milton and future Hall of Fame coach, Mr. Pat Yelk. Pat, this is a huge night for both teams, and we should see a heck of a battle.
I think it's going to be I think the most conventional wisdom would say that McWanago definitely has an edge, but Stoughton's got some huge points in their best wrestlers, and you never know in matches like this. You get 1 or 2 crazy things that happen, and the outcome can shift very quickly. So I'm excited. Obviously, I wish we were wrestling in this ourselves, but we took a regional loss to McWanago, and I'm excited to see how this one plays out.
Now, Coach, they wrestled on the 22nd of January. McWanago won that one 41-34. Obviously, that was, if you're looking at it now, that's almost a month ago, right? I know for Stoughton, a lot has changed. For McWanago, I'm sure a lot has changed as well, and I'm sure that particular match, we're not going to see a lot of the same matchups.
Yeah, I think we'll probably see some major changes. I was just talking to Coach Empey earlier this evening, and they were talking about how, you know, for a while they were just trying to get a full team out there. For quite a while, they didn't have a 6-pounder. Now they've got a full team. They've had some of their upperclassmen kind of come back and get back into that lineup. So I think they've got some high hopes tonight. I think it's going to be a fun one.
Absolutely. Well, I think a major change, one for Stoughton, is when they wrestled in the duel, they did not have a 160-pounder. Obviously, they're going to have a 160-pounder tonight. And probably a big change for McWanago is Josie Stokowski. She wrestled at 113 in that particular duel. She's now at 106 pounds. So they have some room to play as far as where they're going to put her.
Right, she's super tough too. I mean, she did a great job at our regional. And, I will say that Stoughton's 106-pounder has improved a ton since the first time that we saw him. So I'm sure that he's probably knowing he's got his hands full tonight. But if there's one thing about Dan and Bob, they know how to coach, so they can get a kid ready for a big match. And I'm thinking that kid's probably feeling pretty confident tonight.
And this is situational wrestling too tonight. You don't necessarily need, you can send a guy out there and maybe his goal, obviously you want him to win it, right? But sometimes the goal isn't, hey, let's go out there and get a decision rather than a major decision or get pinned.
Right, wrestle smart, don't give up the extra team points, don't give up the major, and that's a win. That's a huge win sometimes. And, that might be the situation that you're in a lot of these matches tonight. And I'll tell you what, from wrestling Stoughton over so many years, they know how to do that.
They know how to do that, and they know, depending on this coin flip, which is going to be huge coming up, and I know both teams too, McWanago and Stoughton, they know how to play, how to get better matchups. On paper, it might look like you might have 2 studs that are going to be wrestling tonight, but anything can happen, right?
Yeah, you got 2 great coaching staffs. You got 2 programs with a lot of history and a lot of accolades, especially in recent years. It shapes up to be a pretty fun night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go radio silent for the national anthem and the face-offs.
Between the winners from the Stoughton Regional, the Stoughton Vikings, and the winner of the Milton Regional, the McWanago Indians. At this time, we would like to thank our officials for tonight's event and for their time and effort to make this a great education-based sporting event. The WIAA is in dire need of licensed officials as the number of registered officials has declined by 39% since 2010 and is down by 1,400 officials just this past year. Help support our officials for the work that they do. If you're interested in helping to be part of the solution, wisely back in the great sport of wrestling and all sports, at the WIAA level. Contact your athletic office today. Here are tonight's starting lineups. At 106 pounds for McWanago, Josephine Stachowski. For McWanago, Brian Whipple, and for Stoughton, Ramsey Wilson. At 120 pounds for McWanago, Adam Whittier, and for Stoughton, Chance Scott. At 126 for McWanago, Blake Roberts. Ethan Peterson. At 132 for McWanago, Brady Wierzbicki. And for Stoughton, Nikolai Rivera. 138 pounds for McWanago, Jacob Wyszynski. And for Vikings, Paul Arbacher. At 145 for McWanago, Cody Gable. And for Stoughton, Ethan Soderberg. At 152 pounds for McWanago, Devin Lawrence. And for Stoughton, Preston Dow. At 160 for McWanago, Zach Elizewski. At 170 pounds for McWanago, Alex Jacoby. And for Stoughton, Nico Giulio. At 182 pounds for McWanago, Hayden Chitwood. And for Stoughton Vikings, Ryan Amory. At 195 pounds for McWanago, Dane Kirklevine. For Stoughton, Don Carter. At 220 pounds for McWanago, Ryan Mazer. And for Stoughton, Beckett Curry. And finally, at 285 pounds for McWanago, Wolf Schnauer. And for Stoughton, Griffin Empty. Coached by John Wierzbicki, and the Stoughton Vikings are co-coached by Bob Empey and Dan Stilling. At this time, ladies and gentlemen and wrestlers, please stand and to honor America, face the flag, place your hand over your heart, and join in the singing of our national anthem.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with head coach Pat Yelk, guys, and we're pumped for what's going to be an awesome match. We're starting at 145 pounds. Coach, do you see any advantage, disadvantage, anything as far as if there's a weight class that you thought, hey, this is going to help out Stoughton or Mugwanago? You see anything with that, with this particular weight class starting?
Well, of course, the flip is going to play a big role in this as well, I think. But just on paper, looking at them, at Mugwanago getting the chance to start with Cody Gable, that kid's pretty tough. He's got a lot of potential for bonus points in there, and they've struggled a little bit at 145, so I think that's a little bit tough for them. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Going, right?
Yep. Yeah, it'd be great for Mugwanago.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. I didn't see who won the coin flip. Coach, real quick, give us your 30 seconds. I always try to explain to people what the coin flip is and why it's so important. Give your 30-second elevator pitch.
Okay, this is the most nerve-wracking part of the dual meet sometimes when you're in a big duel. Captains and coaches go out. They get a coin flip to determine who has to send to the scores table first. You also would then get choice in that second period. It's not so much about the choice in the second period because you know you're going to get a choice in the third period, but it's about who has to send their wrestler out first. So when you don't have to send first, you can see who they're going to send out, and then you can send your guy out that you would like to give for that matchup. So the coin flip plays a huge role. So.
Check me if I'm wrong, but that is not
Nope. Yeah, that is not. They're sending out a different wrestler. We'll have to see who they send out.
So at 145 pounds, at the face-off, they sent out Cody Gable. That is not him. So let's see who Stoughton matches with.
We've got a guy listed here on my weigh-in sheet, Wyatt Newman. So we'll see if that's him. Nope, they bumped up. They bumped up. They bumped up Wazinski. So he's their normal 138-pounder.
Wazinski?
Yep.
Okay. Wazinski's at 138. Who's that for Stoughton? I don't have my track is not up, so.
I'm not familiar with this Stoughton wrestler yet.
Okay. I was hoping. Pat, do you want to pop it up?
Sure.
There?
Let's see.
Let's
see what we got here.
138 pounds. We know for sure for Mugwanago.
We have two 145-pounders listed, Anders Gaussman and Will Hollister.
Wazinski, I don't even see him at, am I saying that name right?
Yep.
Out of bounds into the gym floor, a little bit extracurricular activities for Mugwanago, and that's 1 point for Stoughton.
Yep. You'll see a little bit of that, some of that unnecessary stuff. You will see that.
With a gamesmanship, maybe.
Yeah.
1 minute and 25 seconds left, almost at 125 seconds.
I would think they're expecting bonus points here from Wazinski if you're Mugwanago, or you wouldn't bump him up. You're not just looking for a win here, you're hoping for bonus points.
And did we figure out who the Stoughton wrestler was? Confirm that?
I do not have that down. We're going to have to do a better job listening, folks. Sorry about that.
I apologize. We got a bunch of young ears here, so they're going to have to do some listening for us. But 2 points, Mugwanago, 52 seconds left, first period.
That's a quick stalling call.
That's an interesting call. We were about 5 seconds into that takedown officially, and a warning stalling call.
That's
it.
If that gives you an indication, when you're coaching, you get that quick of a stalling call. Now, they don't always necessarily stay that consistent. Referees get excited too about the start of a match sometimes. Sometimes I feel like they get a little bit overzealous maybe on the stalling call. Not that, I mean, if he saw stalling, that's his judgment call. So
right.
That's the way it goes.
Hey, the wrestlers are pumped, the coaches are pumped, the fans are pumped, the announcers are pumped. I imagine the referee can get a little pumped as well.
For
so we're
sure.
28 seconds left, first period. Right now we got a score of 2-1. There we go. Oh, it is on the scoreboard. Okay, well that's good. They can see the score. Yeah, and the scoreboard straight ahead, weight class. Just wish they put the wrestlers on there, Coach.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, that's all right.
And I'm not used to being up here in the booth. I'm sitting here in my own gym, and I'm in here in the booth. I'm not used to being up here, so I feel like that's Gaussman down there.
Blood time is over. Gaussman.
One of the things about
Anders Gaussman is a 138-pounder, sophomore, correct? Go ahead, Coach.
That quick stall call. If I'm coaching in the match, I'm definitely going to pay attention to that too, because If it stays consistent, and that's really all you're looking for is consistent stall calls. You got to make sure your kids that are on the bottom, they better be basing up and better be moving, because that's something that could play a role in a close match. You never know.
Wanago's choice. They defer. And defers to Stoughton. Stoughton takes neutral.
I think a 2-1 first period's a win for Stoughton so far.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. This Stoughton wrestler reminds me of one of their state champs they had 4 or 5 years ago. I think he was a 126-pounder, and he looked like he was 9 feet tall in the mat. You remember that guy? 138-pounder Klein. Was it Klein?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Right.
Brandon Klein. Yeah,
138 pounds, and I think he was taller than I was. Maybe not.
Yeah, he was super tough. He was super tough.
In on a leg for Stoughton. Nice. Switches that leg over, is holding it tight. Might be a potentially dangerous call here. Oh, Stoughton's working their way up. I mean, 2 takedowns for Stoughton would be huge right here.
Absolutely. He's doing a really nice job working here.
Elevating it. He's doing a good job of defending with that foot. Lets it go. Now we're calling, watch out for that knee.
Yeah, you know, when your guy's about to be taken down, then you really care about the other kid's knee a lot. You start to care about that other kid's knee really.
I think this might be Ethan Soderblom. Is that,
okay.
Is that who for Stoughton?
It is? Okay.
Is that confirmed? All right, thank you, Bill. Soderblom is a sophomore. And the Wanagos, they do not have their sheet. They got like 9,000 kids on this roster, but they do not have them based off of weight classes. They want to go in on a single.
That might be strategic as well.
Yeah, right. Oh, nice finish to his back. 22 seconds left. No near falls called. 15. Scores 4-1 to Wanago.
Soderblom did a nice job coming off his back there. That was a precarious position for sure. You could see he had to fight hard to come off his back there with a strong kid like Wazinski. He did a nice job there. This is still a win for Stoughton to me. This is still a win right now.
Wanago's choice. He's going neutral. You surprised by that? Actually, I'm not surprised by that. Look at the height of Ethan.
No, and I'm guessing that Wazinski doesn't want to be underneath a tall, lanky kid like this. It's going to cradle him probably, or
Stoughton kids in general are pretty notorious for being good on top.
Yeah, crafty.
Nice crossover. That was a beautiful finish, Coach.
Yep.
Brings the score 6-1. We got 1 minute, 40 seconds left, 3rd period. So now McGuanago is going to start working for bonus points. It seems like they got the match secured. Now they need those 3 points to make it a major.
Yeah, and if you're Wazinski, you can't come off this mat with a minor.
Right.
I mean, you can't do that. If your coach bumps you up, getting a win is not enough. Soderblom's doing his job right now. You got a little over a minute to go. Even if you get hit for stalling here, which I'm assuming that Jeff will hit him for stalling here pretty soon. But even if you get hit for stalling, it's still only 7-1, and you're going to get a restart probably. Yep.
Warning stalling, so that because of our early warning stalling, that should be 1 point.
Easy, Jack, come on.
Oh, he actually hit.
Oh, top man.
He hit top.
I stand correct.
So now we've each been warned. Yep.
Jacob Wazinski is a sophomore. Qualified for sectionals this past weekend. .45 seconds left. 6-1. Still the score. I can imagine he's going to start looking at that Soderblom. He's kind of going flat there.
I'm surprised he hasn't cut him yet to go back to his feet.
Yeah, he got that takedown pretty quick.
Yeah.
There's the stalling. So now we can, let's see, if he cuts him.
He's still going to need two takedowns.
There.
And now you're kind of committed to riding and hoping for a turn or a quick tilt or something like that. but he's not going to get it. I mean, there's still time on the clock, obviously, but this kid's doing his job. The Soderblom's doing his job, and this is a win for Stoughton to me,
absolutely,
for sure.
5 seconds left. Well, the good thing for McWanago is you still have your #1 ranked wrestler coming out here. By the way, that 145-pound match on Saturday between Reno and Gable, one of the best matches I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yep. I really felt like we were on the offense and he was on the defense, and we just couldn't finish. And that's something that we have to figure out for sure.
Hey, you guys, listen for names, would you? Names. Obviously Gable, right? It is down. Okay. All right.
This is an exciting matchup.
Absolutely. So we got the #1 ranked wrestler at 145 pounds. And then we have Trenton Dow, the senior. He's the #8 ranked wrestler at 152 pounds. So obviously, Abel's a fantastic wrestler, right? State medal last year. And Dow, the advantage for Dow is he's got a few pounds on him, right?
Yep, for sure. And it's not like Trenton Dow isn't an experienced, solid, really good wrestler. So you're taking a risk here. You're taking a risk here because if I'm Trenton Dow, the second I see them bumping up to bring this kid to me, I'm going to take that personally. I'm going to take that personally. I've talked about the chip that I have personally on my shoulder.
Right.
That would increase that immensely if I was Trenton Dow right now.
All right, you're bumping up to me?
Yep.
All right, you're going to be in for a fight.
Yep. It's going to be a good battle here. It's a risk. You know, there's two kinds of people in the world, people that are humble and people that are about to be. So let's see who it's going to be right here.
That's good. Both wrestlers are seniors. Now, was Dow at the state tournament last year?
He missed it last year in the weird COVID year with the crazy sectional that we had.
Was there as a sophomore?
But he was there as a sophomore, yep. And he, obviously in a normal year, he's a state qualifier all the way. We had a few of those too.
Out of bounds. Dow's got that, maybe it poses a little bit of a strategy difference, or what am I trying to say? Because Dow is one of those typical long and lanky wrestlers, right?
Yep, control ties, going to go to that 2-on-1. I mean, slow the match down, and, you know, hope that little bit of size where you're not cutting down to 145 makes a difference. It does sometimes.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. I forgot that I have to give you the team score. That is not on, but the team score right now is McWanago 3 and Stoughton 0. McWanago won the first match by decision. So right now we're at 152 pounds with Trenton Dow and Cody Gable. It's 152 pounds. They move Gable up, and it ends first period. Score is 0-0. So Gable's going to take down. Looks like Stoughton deferred. Gable takes down.
I'd say in terms of winning the moments, this is kind of a big moment here. If you can get a mat return here, if you're Dow, and put the hurt on this kid a little bit from the top position, tire him out, you're going to be sitting pretty third period.
Right. 1 minute, 50 seconds left, second period.
Even if you can just keep getting mat returns, just keep putting him back down, making him keep getting to his feet, you could really do a lot of damage here. Like, this is fine. This is fine.
Absolutely. Yep. Stalling on the mat.
You start to see this more. The closer you get to the state tournament, the stalling calls start coming more. It's one of the things that's very difficult about when you're coaching kids. You have to remind them that you can't let the ref get in your head, because you're going to have those things. You just got to keep wrestling.
Minute and 20 seconds left. Coach, what was he looking for? What was he looking for the Stoughton wrestler to do? It looked like he was trying to take him back down.
Yeah, they put an emphasis in the last couple of years on staying in bounds, and it's a judgment call.
Right.
To me, it looks like he's trying to, right here, he's trying to return him to the mat.
And that leg Turk.
Yep, into the Turk. If he could get under there and come across his body with his arm, get across his chest, underneath that arm. Crossface will work too, but if he can come underneath that arm, he's got him in a good position.
Now, once again, Gable did moved up to 152 pounds, so let's just assume that Dow is at the maximum weight, right? I mean, this is 7 pounds.
Yeah.
Right?
It makes a difference. See how and you start slowing down a little bit.
Yep.
You know? I mean, even just a ride out's huge here. Even just a ride out is a really big thing for Trenton Dow. But yeah, the stalling call. The stalling call was just.
That was a quick stand up. So scores 1-0 Gable. Monaco. We have 35 seconds left. Down to 30. It's a big one. One of those big matches here. And Coach, this is such a huge dual meet because let's be honest with you, Division I this year, especially when we saw what happened with Nina and Kakon up there in that regional, coming down to the wrestlebacks, there's no clear-cut favorite this year.
There really isn't, and that's one of the most disappointing things about losing this regional to Guanago was we have a real solid dual meet team, and that was one of the things we talked about. I think it's a wide open race in Division I, and whoever wins here, everybody I feel like has a pretty equal chance.
Absolutely.
Once you get there.
Stoughton's choice, he does take down. And I'm going to say this here. I called this with my co-host of the podcast, Teague Fenwick, off the air. I don't want to get thrown through a window, but I did pick unofficially Stoughton to be my team state champion. So.
Okay. And he told me.
No, I'm sorry. Did I say McGuanago?
No, you said Stoughton.
No, I said Milton. I'm sorry. Milton.
Oh yeah.
I did. I didn't want to get thrown through the window.
Yeah.
We were talking about it, and I said, no, listen, I think it's going to be Milton. And he goes, say it on the podcast. I go, I'm not ready to do that.
Maybe you should have. Maybe it would have been luck. Would have helped us out. No, nope. I appreciate that. I do think you get
different format, right?
Individual tournaments and dual meets. I mean, we've had some successful tournaments and dual meets this year, but yeah. But it is what it is.
Yep.
You move on to the next week and you try to get after it. But
minute 15 left.
And here, Trenton's got to sit that leg down, and try to work out of that cross body ride here, and not get turned. Give yourself a chance with a minute left.
1 minute to go. This is where it gets hairy, Coach.
Yeah, you could call this a stalemate too. Not much has happened. I know he's digging out that arm, but you could call that a stalemate. He's pretty much just sitting on that hip. He's not, really trying too hard to turn him. He's trying to look like he's trying to turn him.
Nice. Making it look good.
Yep.
Which sometimes that's all you got to do.
Yep.
38 seconds left. Expect some high-flying action here in the last 30.
At this point, it's probably time for Trenton to quad pod up and maybe hit some kind of kamikaze roll. Oh, he got lucky there with the stalemate. That'll make McGuanago fans angry. He probably could have called that about 25 seconds
ago. Say, what changed, right?
Yep.
25 seconds left.
But Jeff's a great ref though too,
Absolutely.
so it's like I'm not ripping on him at all. It's easier to ref him up here.
Moving from the bottom. 15 seconds left. Throws that leg in. 10 seconds. Looks like Gable's got that leg in. He's not able to move to the bottom. I tell you, 1-0. Shoving on that head a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say that's a big win for them.
That is. Move them up, wrestle down. That's 2 wins for McGuanago. That brings the team score to 6-0.
If I was John, I would tell him not to throw his headgear like that in the postseason. I know he won, so there didn't seem to be any problem there, but
it can be interpreted the wrong way.
It can be interpreted the wrong way, and you got to be smarter than that. That's just a dumb thing to do.
Right, you don't want to leave anything up to chance on that one.
Yep.
Absolutely. And I know that I saw numerous, I shouldn't say numerous, several times points were taken away from the team Saturday in that team race.
Yep. It definitely can happen.
Eli Burt for Stoughton, and for McGuanago is?
We have Zach Olszewski.
All right. So So team score is 6-0.
That's still pretty good. That's still pretty good for Stoughton. I know they're probably expecting probably a bonus points win on a Trenton Dow, so that hurts getting and taking that loss. But those minor decisions, it's not. Those are still okay. You can stay in the match that way.
Some big hitters coming up here as well. They got some guys that you know are going to get bonus points. Looks like bonus points is going to happen here.
Yep, looks pretty imminent at this point.
Is this the Olazinski you said?
Yeah, Olacheski.
Yep.
Yeah, same, but you're right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Olacheski. I'm saying that wrong.
And I believe I'm saying it right.
You are. I've been corrected on that numerous times. 44 seconds left. That's like 10.
And that's a big one.
Big bonus points for Montego. We are 3 matches in. They're up 12-0 on this team score. All right, moving us up to 170 pounds. Eli Burke was the Stoughton wrestler, 160. Alex Jacoby for McWanago. Alex Jacoby and Nico Jamilo.
I can say this is where McWanago is expected to probably roll for a little bit. I know Stoughton struggled here in these from 45 to, and with the absence of, or with the exception of Trenton Dow, they struggle a little here at these weight classes. But again, this is just where you got to do a job. You got to get out there and keep that close. But I think this is a match. This is a winnable match here for Stoughton.
Absolutely, pretty even one. Both wrestlers are sectional qualifiers. 2 points, McWanago.
This is where you just got to get it to somebody to stop the bleeding. You need somebody to do something unexpected here.
Absolutely.
At 170 or 182 if you're Stoughton.
Yeah, you're looking for your team leaders to go out there, your seniors, and say, hey, listen, let's go and, I'm speaking figuratively here, right? But go and punch somebody in the nose.
There's ways to do that legally.
Right, absolutely.
There's ways to get it done.
I use that expression. It's I don't mean literally. 45 seconds left. Still 2-0. Find some brackets here on.
Keep him from crawling off the mat. Jacoby, nice job.
And blood time for Stoughton. Here we go. Some brackets. I'm pausing a little bit. Yes. All right, blood time is over. We got 43 seconds left. On Saturday, Nico from Stoughton will be wrestling Parker Schluter from Kettle Moraine. And Alex Jacoby, McWanago, 29-16. He's going to be wrestling Luke Rux from Noma Grove.
That's a good first round matchup. Luke Rux is tough. Look at this. Look at Jamilo. He's giving him a fight.
Gibson won. So we got blood time again, so 25 seconds left.
I'll tell you what, this McWanago crowd and the coaches and the wrestlers, they love to ref the match. They don't want to just wrestle. They want to ref it. They probably want to run the scoreboard. They want to run this. They want to do it all.
Well, I've always said they show up with an army, right? I mean, you look over there; it's a sea of yellow, and you look at their roster, and I'm not joking. I mean, how many? They have what, 60 kids out for the program? It's really impressive.
Yeah. They got a big school, and then they've done a great job just getting a ton of kids out. And that gives you a lot of it gives you a lot of options. Just gives you a lot of options. So.
That's a nice shot.
Gotta be ready.
With two, looks like he's
Look at this.
got it up. This would be a big one for Stoughton.
It'd be huge. It'd be really huge.
Scores 3-2 right now, Stoughton.
Here you just want him to finish on top.
That
You want
return.
that Stoughton kid to finish on top. If he can do that, that's going to be a huge thing.
Looks like that ankle. He's elevating it. Doing a good job. No. Did he say nope? Nothing called.
See, look at that. That kid wants to rough the match. You know, that can cost you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you're seeing the camera is on the opposite side, which, I mean, that's impressive over there, but I wish you could see it here right below us, because it's intense.
They have to be able to hear some of it. You'll hear, we've got the McGuanago people right in front of us, just right below us, so you'll hear about 30 to 50 people that are trying to ref the match at the same time as watching it. So
I didn't see whose choice was whose, but neutral starting the second period.
a lot of people choose neutral tonight.
Yep. Left, second period. Well, I like these even matches, right? I mean, these are the fun ones.
Yep. Yeah, super fun. You know, neither kid's a huge star, but they're both pretty solid.
They want to go around for two, so they're going to take a 6-3 lead. I take that back. No, I'm sorry, 4-3 lead. I apologize. Nice bar arm. And, you know, I tell you what, dual meets like this are what is going to build wrestling. Want to go wrestle over. He's got the nice bar arm going. Kobe gets the fall. That was big right there. Turning point for McGuanago, right? I should say a turning point, but they've been kind of in control of this so far. It looked like Stoughton was going to kind of make a little comeback, right? And then Jacoby battles through it, runs a nice bar arm, gets the fall. That takes the team from 18-0.
And I mean, honestly, I think that was probably what they were expecting. So I haven't really seen necessarily anything that jumps out at me that surprises me yet. The Dow match could have gone either way, but that one they probably were expecting a pin, so they were probably getting a little nervous there. When they were down by a point, they're getting taken down.
So what you're saying that particular match is Jamil will actually probably put on a better effort than what
I
on
think
paper.
so. I thought he looked really good. I thought the effort was really great.
So we got Chitwood for McGuanago.
Yep.
And Hayden Chitwood. McGuanago is 26-10 sophomore. And actually, is this Ryan Lamers?
Yeah. Yep.
Ryan Lamers for Stoughton, 5-5. He's a senior. Hey, this is a first-round sectional matchup on Saturday.
Those are always fun to see too at this because it's amazing what can change in a few days.
Well, and how you're going to wrestle the match, right? I mean, right now you're trying to wrestle for your team, and on Saturday you're trying to wrestle if you want to go to state.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely a different situation.
So Chitwood, I believe, if I'm reading it right, was the third-place finisher on Saturdays. Ryan Lamers was the second-place finisher in his regional.
I know we had Chitwood in the finals, so he is. But yeah, he would have had to be. He would have had to have.
See, does top mean you're the?
So Chitwood would have been the runner-up for this.
Okay, so Lamers is the third-place
so he was
finisher.
the third place. Yep.
I just assumed because Lamers in the bracket was on top.
Right.
That's the way it went. But minute 5 left. First period, we have blood time for Stoughton. Just taking a look as far as team trips to state, trips to team state. 25 between the two of them. Isn't that crazy? 15 for Stoughton, 10 for McGuanago. Obviously, McGuanago still looking for that first team state title. They were runner-ups twice. We talked about that a little earlier, 2019, 2020. And I didn't look at Stoughton's championships pre-team state, but Stoughton has, I believe, 3 state championships, team state championships in the team format that we have now, and 3 runner-up.
They have a bowl championships if you go back to the beginning. That's for sure. And McGuanago, I think it was in 2020. It was 2020 where they had beaten Stoughton up pretty badly at the. They got him again at the state tournament, and Stoughton turned it around on him. And even in that duel, it looked like McGuanago had him beat. And then a kid by the name of Alex Wicks came and had a huge win for him.
Yep.
And they were able to pull it out again. So, yeah, McGuanago's still looking for that. I'm sure they smell blood in the water tonight, too. So
2 takedown, 25 seconds left, first period.
Sometimes you get that pent-up anger and frustration when you've been beaten by somebody for so many times, especially when you feel like you had them beat and they came back and got you.
Stalemate for a headgear. I'm sorry, stop time for a headgear, not stalemate. 17 seconds left. Looks like it broke, so we're going to have a headgear exchange. Wanna-Go Chitwood is up 2-0. And if there's a year to do it, right? I mean, I personally feel this year you take the top 6 teams. You just, it's going to be a beehive, right? You put them in a bucket, you just shake them up and let them all fight.
Yep. That would have been nice. That would have been great.
I apologize.
No, that's okay. I got it. I'm not okay with it.
Right,
but I'm okay tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun getting up here. 18-0 is the team score. Wanna-Go. 17 seconds left. 2 wrestlers. Once again, this is a first-round matchup for Saturday at individual sectionals in Fort Atkinson between Ryan Lamers, Stoughton, and Hayden Chitwood from Wanna-Go. Chitwood is a sophomore. Ryan Lamers is a senior.
You keep this match close. If you're Stoughton, if you keep this match close, somehow pull one out, or even just keep it to a minor decision, it's almost, you got some guys up top that can stop the bleeding. It's so important that you're fighting for every point.
Right, absolutely. I mean, we know that Stoughton's got their bonus points coming. We want to go build that lead, and right now they're getting their bonus points. Second period starts. We want to go wrestlers down. That's a quick reversal. Nice bar arm. We've seen that, right? We've seen McGuanago. That was what they got their pin on before. They run this bar arm really nice.
They cradled a lot for a while too. They were big cradlers for quite a while. I haven't seen quite as many in the last year or so.
Big bar arm scores 4-0.
Sometimes you just have, a really good kid or two that runs a certain move, and all your younger guys kind of see that, and they start doing those things too.
It's power half. We're at just over the halfway point of this match. Oh, that's a deep half. Oh, the bonus points would be big. And there's a fall, 24-0. Fall by Chitwood, which brings the team score 24-0.
So it's a bloodbath so far, but there are points. There. We haven't hit any of the, other than Trent Dow. We haven't hit the meat of Stoughton's ability to get bonus points. So this thing's going to tighten up a little bit, but they've got to have somebody come in here and they got to win these next 3 matches. I would say they got to have these next 3.
Well, I think this is going to be a good match. We got John Harmon, Stoughton. He's the number 1. He won his regional last week. He's a senior. He's 26-9. And the McGuanago wrestler. Here we go, Pat. This is a first-round sectional matchup as well. Dane Cripplebine. I'm sorry if it's Bine. I apologize. McGuanago, 22-17. He is a senior as well. So I agree with you. I mean, Stoughton has got to figure this one out, right?
Yep. And
get a win here. But Cripplebine is he's a pretty good wrestler. I mean, I know he took 4th out of his regional, but that 195-pound class was pretty tough.
I don't know for sure, but I heard he's a little banged up. So I know that he was actually ranked in the top 10 earlier in the year. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard he was banged up, and that can make such a huge difference at this time of year. Everybody's banged up a little bit usually, but if you have you got a bad ankle or a bad shoulder, you're kind of trying to hide it. It can be tough, especially in these big weights. You got these big bodies and strong kids.
Yeah, so. It scores 4-2. We got halfway point in the first period, and I was just about ready to make that comment. These two gentlemen, both of them, have not shied away from the weight room. Kripplbein looks like his legs looks like he warms up with sets of geometros on the side of.
He might. I like what Harmon's doing here, he's looking for bonus points. So he knows what the deal is. Like, they need these next 3 matches. They really do, and they need bonus points. I like the way he's attacking this thing. He's not settling. He's getting himself out of position there when he kind of hits that chop and goes to his butt. But he's trying to do something big.
He's trying to ignite his team.
Yep.
You know, gives 1 point with only 10 seconds left. Obviously, probably want to try to hold the guy down there, right? 4-2 with 5 seconds left.
You know, and maybe at this point you're thinking, you know, right there, maybe you're thinking maybe you're gonna get another takedown there. But at the same time, man, the pin's the name of the game here, I would say.
So deferred from Stoughton. Wanago's looking. They're going to take down.
Go, Dane. Right away, Dane. Come on, off the whistle.
Harmon definitely looked like he had, he's got the advantage on his feet. You know, can he do a feet to back?
Yeah,
he's got that
he's
chop.
a little more careful on that chop this time.
Got out of position pretty good that last time.
Yeah, and really that was the only time that Kripplbein scored on him was when he kind of got out of position just on that hard chop. But he's doing a nice job.
Once again, the ranked wrestlers are Stoughton has 6. McGuanago has 4 with 1 point escape, making things really interesting here. 4-3. Harmon is still in the lead. It looks like Harmon has controlled this match, yet the score is only 4-3.
Right. That's where those short time points come in, you know, like he let him up and then he was in on a takedown. I mean, that changes the match a lot. You know, if it's 6-3 right now, it doesn't sound like much, but it makes a big difference. So right now, you got to be thinking about building a lead.
That was nice. You saw him. He got that leg. He went right up for the head, looking for the fall.
Yep. This would be huge.
Yes.
I mean, this is exactly what they need if they can get this.
Wow.
But
oh my. No. You could see him hooking that leg.
Could see it coming.
Yes, he was. I mean, Harmon's trying to ignite his team with the fall. And Kripplbein just, you could see him really working that. He's grabbing the head, kind of hooking the ankles and play around with it. Nice job, both fellas.
Yep. Got to just go back to the old youth wrestling days and get perpendicular.
Yep.
And then settle down. Just settle in. You know, it's easier said than done. And but Harmon's got to stick with what he's doing. He's got to stick with what he's doing.
After all that, 15 seconds left, 9-7 Harmon. I mean, you don't see a 9-7 score going to the third period with 195 pounders. Warning McGuanago.
Yeah, I agree with that call. He's backing away. He's not interested in going back to his back again. Harmon's definitely the aggressor.
He's got that nice sweep. Yeah. It's a sweep single, right? Right to his back.
Now he's got to stay.
Gonna get a couple near fall, right?
That's great. I mean, that's impressive, man. That's kind of sending a message to the guy, like, okay, you rolled me through.
Right.
You're gonna go back here. You're going back here. You're going back to your back.
You almost think Stoughton's got to go on their feet and try to keep going that feet to back type situation.
Yeah.
Apologize, I've been looking at the notes here. We were talking about Kripplbein, Dane, and his physique, and we got a note from the crowd says that he does do powerlifting. So that's
not a surprise. Not a surprise.
We called it. And the Stoughton crowd's not happy because it looks like too much time is being taken here. I wonder what's going on.
You know what, though? Harmon's working hard here. So I don't think this little break is bad for him because he's pretty much dominated this match. I mean, you could here they go. They're gonna keep reffing the match. But and you were right. Here he goes neutral. and he's dominated the match. So I don't think that little breather was bad for him either. Just collect your thoughts and get back to this good stuff that you're doing.
Yeah, they got to feed that, get some oxygen to all that muscle.
Yeah. Those guys do tire out a lot quicker. Those muscle-bound dudes, they really do, because they need a lot more oxygen to keep those muscles working.
Yep. 140 point, 13-7 for Harmon.
You at least got to have a major.
And Winkelbein does a nice job defending that. Both dudes are just strong. Action's kind of slowed a little bit.
Yeah, that was like two guys with their hair on fire for the first 2 periods. It was pretty sweet.
I'm just impressed with that sweep single he does.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, I shouldn't say it's a high C, right? He does
it's like a knee pull high C.
The technicians out there would be angry that I called that a single.
Yeah. You can call it a head outside single.
There you go. All right.
That's fine. But yeah, like just a little knee pull, high crotch. But he does have a sweeping motion to his finish for sure.
50 seconds left.
Yep, and then right to that half off of that.
There
lift.
It is.
Just really nice.
Half.
I love that half. That's beautiful.
So he's going to need, he is up by 8, so he's got a major. So now it's, what do you do, right? Just going to cradle him up.
If you can get this, great. If not, it's only 28 seconds though.
Right.
Yeah,
the crowd. See, I love an educated crowd, right? The crowd's yelling, "Get your one, get your one," because they know that's a team point. That's huge.
Yep, they know.
This and the crowd. Oh, he gets it. He's got to go after it. Look, Harmon doesn't realize he needs one.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. That's a time where you have to stay on top.
And there you go. There, it's you got to know the situation, right? You got to. But here's the good news for Stoughton is that they did end up bleeding. They got on the scoreboard. It's now 24-3, and let's be honest here. You're hitting a few of the Stoughton big dogs. Obviously, I think 106 pounds if everything stays to chalk. It's got to be, I think, favored for McGuanago. But Stoughton's hitting, a couple of their big dogs here. And if it stays the way it is, which I'm sure it is, that's Beckett Spieldy from Stoughton. He's a sophomore, 29-16. And I'm waiting for confirmation for the McGuanago wrestler.
Is that Mazer?
It is Mazer. Okay, Mazer was the regional champ, if I'm correct, last week. 35-9. He is a junior. But Beckett Spieldy is ranked in the state. Beckett Spieldy going to look to come out and make a statement here. Out of bounds. That was a intense 8 seconds of wrestling right there. Beckett Spieldy is an honorable mention in the standings. So this one on paper is, it's a pretty even matchup, right? Yep. I would guess that these two would be the favorites for going to state next week. Oh, well, I take that back. I forgot about the man-child, Jackson Mankowski.
Yeah, that's a tough weight class. I mean, there's some tough kids.
I take that back. Gunther Switzer.
Yeah, Switzer.
Oh, I spoke too soon. I apologize, everybody.
Yeah. Don't forget about Braden Lee from Braden either.
Braden Lee, the 20-18 senior.
Don't sleep on him.
That's no points awarded yet.
Sticking with this.
And now 2.
He's sticking with trying to roll him through on that Granby Peterson type thing.
Nice leg ride. Coach, taking a look at Saturday as we kind of got a little flat belly action going on here.
Yeah, there's really not much to talk about there.
How big were those first 2 quarterfinal matches on Saturday? I mean, as I was talking, I said I put an asterisk. I said put an asterisk by those 2. I said that might have been the tournament.
Yeah. I'm assuming you're talking about the 2 that we dropped early in the tournament. Yeah.
Correct.
There's ones you circle on that. You see them when you see the seating, and our effort was great. they were able to get those. The placing points, I think, is a huge thing, especially when you lose that first round at regionals. And yeah, it made a huge difference. But it's one of those things, you know, we tell our kids go 100%, you leave the results up to what they are, and that's really what our kids, they did. You know, nothing to be ashamed of there. It's just they were able to pull those out and it made a huge difference for them.
Let's go, Mazer!
All right, looked like McGuanago deferred, and Stoughton took down. Ryan Mazer, 35-9.
I've seen this Bildy kid wrestle quite a bit, obviously, this year, and he definitely keeps wrestling. So Mazer's not going to be able to sit on a lead too much. This kid's going to keep wrestling. And a little bit of trouble there.
I can't say he put a leg right in because he didn't turn him with that, right? It looked like Spieldy just kind of turned into it, and Mazer threw in the leg then, and working the cross face now.
Right. Yeah, here you just got to crawl forward, base up, get to your knees, get to your feet, get back to your feet. I think Spieldy on his feet is that. I think that's where, if I was his coach, obviously that's where I'd want him. I mean, nobody wants their kid getting ridden out, right. Obviously, but that's where I want him. Not there, not there. Now watch, he's going to score now that I said that.
Well, that was a good hip scoop, but Mazer did a good job of recollecting his hips. As we approach the halfway point, Coach, speculation here. What do you think? What do you think they're going to do with Josie at 106? Do you think they're going to keep her at 106 or move her up to 113 for this one?
Well, they definitely have. They've got options.
They do.
They got options there. So I mean, they got a junior named Nick Needham that they can bring in. I wouldn't be surprised to see them bring him in and then bump her up to 13, or vice versa. You could throw Needham up to 13 as well. I didn't see their actual weigh-in sheet, but
well, she's got to keep her weight down close to 106, so it's not
right.
You know, you almost at that small of a weight, you don't want to give up too much, of a disadvantage. Spieldy looking for a little shrug roll there. Mazer does a good job defending it on that left side. 20 seconds left. Score is still 2-0. This will be big for Mazer. Spieldy did take down, so Mazer's got choice in the third period.
Yeah, it's just where you want to get to your feet. Like if you want to hit those rolls and stuff, I think if you get to your feet earlier, that stuff's going to open up. But that's good work right there to get to that. Get that with short time to get that is good. So that was good work. See, the kid keeps wrestling. That's what I've noticed about him. He just keeps on wrestling. And it's okay if it's ugly. It's okay if it's ugly for a while. But it's 2-1 now. He's in good shape.
2-1.
And from his feet, he's really good in that over-under. He's a tough kid.
2 minutes to go. That'll be caution top man. 2 minutes to go. Scores 2-1.
Off the whistle, Ryan. Let's go.
I mean, anybody's match. Usually a Stoughton kid's got something up his sleeve.
Yep.
That's been my experience.
Yeah.
Especially if his last name is Spildy.
Right. This is just strange for me. I've never seen a score like this. I'm usually on the other side of the scoreboard right here with Stoughton. Stoughton have 24 and the side I'm cheering for having 3. Got a cradle in. Oh, nice job.
See, that was the same similar situation to where Trenton Dow got called for stalling. You know,
drove him out of bounds.
You drive him out of bounds. So again, it's a judgment call, but at this time of year, it's hard sometimes when kids have to wonder, like, what can I do, what can't I do, in terms of just continuing to wrestle. So.
I thought you were going to say it's a similar situation to the gym floor flop we had.
It was a little bit. Get a little paybacks there.
Spieldy did do a good job of holding it up.
He did. He did. And if you can't turn him here, if you're feeling like you can't turn him, you gotta make a decision, right? You gotta give yourself some time to work.
He's got that nice. That was a deep, tight waist. I mean, I could feel that from up here. Bar arm, he's running it. I mean, he's going for the. He keeps on throwing jabs, right?
Impressive. That's what I said, man. This kid just keeps wrestling. And man, he doesn't want to lose this bar. That's the thing. You don't want to lose that by going off the mat. Yeah, there he goes.
Well, with the change in the out of bounds rule now, as you got 2 knees in, you're good to go, right?
Yep.
All right. So now he's got to make a decision, right? Are we going to go neutral?
Yeah.
Coach is
body language. His hands are on his knees a little bit.
Yep.
A little scary. He put a lot of work into that bar. Try to turn him. We'll see. He's good here.
28 seconds left. Scores 3-1. Spinley's going. He's got it over.
The thing to remember here is you just need a takedown.
Right.
You don't need the
launch
whole
him.
thing. I mean, you can if you want to, but you don't need it. You just need a takedown here.
Right. I don't know what he's. Oh, he did try it, and he got it. He got the 2 takedown. He was setting that up the whole time.
And
He does a loud and swain, as I called it.
Yep.
And now he's working for the pin. Gets his 2 takedown and 3 near fall.
Forget what I said.
I was Stoughton crazy.
Yep.
I was just about ready to say, well, Stoughton needed that one,
Yep.
and they're not going to get it. And as I say it, he throws him
Yep.
to get the come from behind victory. Wow.
Yeah. Good for him.
Wow.
Told you the kid keeps wrestling.
Yeah. I mean, and he just kind of kept setting that up the whole time. He's holding out here. We're like, what's he doing?
I honestly didn't want to say anything, but and they've had some kids hit that. Just smart. Like, you know what? I'm just going to let it rip in the last 10 seconds. I've seen kids. They've had kids win state titles on that.
You just let her fly, right?
You're down anyway. Let it go.
Absolutely, right? So that brings the team score 24-6, and you gotta think that obviously this one is favored to Stoughton. You got Griffin Empey, 45-1 junior. He was the Cheesehead champ, the bi-state champ, right? His only loss came. I'm sorry, Cheesehead runner-up. His only loss came at Cheesehead, is what I'm saying. And he's a beast, right? He's got a great double leg takedown. And he's wrestling a candidate, in my opinion, for my all-name team, Wolfgang Schnabel, sorry.
Well, either way. That's good too.
I had Jason, I can't remember Jason's last name. He was up calling the action with me on Saturday, and he said his full name is Wolfgang, so
okay.
Wolfgang Schnabel.
Is he an exchange student?
I don't think so. I just think he's got a cool last name. And once again, and he even told me if it's Schnabel or Schnabel, and I cannot remember. I think it's Schnabel, but I'll say it wrong. I'll change it every time I say it. So there's a situation. Weguanago wrestler inbounds. Empey was almost on the gym floor, and they're still in action. I still like the college rule.
Yeah,
it's easier to interpret. Easy to interpret. 1 foot in. Wolfgang from Weguanago is 27-5. He's a junior. Both wrestlers are juniors. Empey is a junior as well.
Old Wolfgang there did a nice job feeding him some hips, but I was just about to say, I mean, the inevitable is coming. I mean, you can, good job, stopped him once. Inevitably, there's not a lot of kids you can say this with, but inevitably things are not going to go well for you here. Empey is just that good, but he did a nice job stopping him there.
I would think Stoughton's
then got taken down.
Yeah, he did. Right, Stoughton's looking here, and they have to get a fall here, right? I mean, that's good.
Oh yeah, and they're going to. They're going to.
All right.
That's my.
You called it.
Yep.
Babe Ruth calling a shot.
It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. And this is
There's
the time.
that cradle. There's the classic Empey cradle.
Yep.
Oh wow, he did a nice job fighting that out.
All right.
I think he's gonna get 2 swipes.
Must be that name.
I mean, he reminds me of Brooks, obviously, right? Brooks has got the classic take him down, pin him.
They're just scary individuals. Yeah, I mean, I'd hate to think I jinxed him, but
well, he does a good job running that cradle.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, Wolfgang's got the cool. He's got the elbow up.
Yeah.
I was about ready to talk about his name again, right? I just can't leave that alone.
Yeah, you know what you definitely don't want to tech here.
No, you need to fall.
Gotta have a pin here.
Yep.
Giving yourself
7-0 going in the second period.
yourself a chance to turn it into a duel here.
Because I mean, Stoughton has obviously the 2 twin terrors at 120 and 26. We don't know what they're going to do, right? They have some good play with those guys.
Sure.
And Dast, I forget, their 132-pounder.
Right. Yeah, there's
Sarbacher, right?
Yep, there's some firepower coming still.
But is it a little too late? We'll tell here. This is a 3. I mean, if you think about it, with pins, but you know these are quality teams. They're not going to give up pins here. So this is 3 matches on paper, but you know, are you going to get all those falls?
Yep, and Wolfgang here is doing a great job staying in this match. I mean, it's a minor right now, you know. And sometimes when you, as you said before, when you punch a kid back, you punch him back, or you just say, "I'm not going anywhere." By the way that you wrestle, it can change what they're doing, you know. And he's having trouble getting to that double to finish it. The stall call is going to help Griffin a little bit, because now he's got to come forward.
Halfway point of the match. Yeah, I don't think a kid's going to get stalled off a mat, right? I mean, that's as good as a pin, but and you know,
he should hit him again right there.
Here's the thing. There it is.
Yep.
And here's the thing: is Empey kind of he went after everything, right? I mean, you can see. I've never seen him so tired, but he was trying to end it. He was trying to end it and end it early, so that affects things.
Yeah.
So that was your second stalling call. So the next one's a point. So you have basically 3 stalling calls left to give before you're stalled off the mat, which is a pin.
Yeah. Your next pinning combination, you know, you got 2 here to play with. If you're Griffin, and you can turn him, but then the last one's got to be great.
And you're 25 seconds here. They were closer. I think Empey might have tried the old send him the postman, send him flying.
He might have ended up in our other gym.
In the pit.
Yeah.
We should have had this thing in the pit tonight, Coach. I'm telling you.
I was talking to Dan Spildy earlier, and he said the same thing.
If this was Milton Stoughton, we would have had to have it in there, right?
We would have had to move the stuff out of there and get it done.
Oh, there's nice job stepping through that. No points awarded. 2 points takedown, so the score is 12-1.
He still has those 2 turns to work with here to make sure that he gets it done, gets the pin.
Empey's choice, contemplating what's he saying. Saying take top, good call. Good call. And you can take bottom, but then you only get one turn, right?
You gotta take your opportunities to get this fall. Schnabel's doing a great job though.
He is.
He's trying to prove me wrong. These people must have heard me or something.
Very strategic match he is Wolfgang.
Don't make a liar out of me, Griffin. Not that it takes a rocket scientist to say that he's going to pin him. I mean, you know,
right,
it's not like it's some kind of special thing that, you know, nobody else would know.
Oh, that's a nice.
Yep. And he's not going to make a liar out of me.
No, that's a good butcher. That's deep.
He's not coming out of this.
Oh, hey.
Oh, I lied again.
I tell you what,
dude. They hear me up here.
Wolfgang's doing a great job. I mean, that's what 3 different times, 2 cradles he's gotten off his back. And that, I don't see many people get out of that.
I'm going to say that he was pinned and it didn't get caught. That's what I'm just going to call. I'm just going to say that. He was flat. It was over.
What do you guys? Do you guys call that the butcher? We call it a bundle.
We call it a stomper.
Stomper?
Yeah.
My old coach, Bill Verbatim, and Wrightstown called that a cow catcher.
Oh, okay.
And I know people call catcher a different move, right?
Yeah, right. So. I could see that being a cow catcher, though.
Morning stalling, that's another one.
Oh, that hurts him, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, they didn't care, right? I mean, that's a 1 point stalling, so that's a tech fall, 16-1.
I mean, by stalling, he helped his team.
He did.
That's not the way it's supposed to be.
Yep.
But I'm probably just mad because I said he was going to pin him and he didn't.
And look, my question from before is answered here.
Yep. That's Needham. That's Nick Needham.
Nick Needham. So that brings the team score 24-11, and we're at 106 pounds. And so this is Nick Needham for McGuanago. Nick Needham is not in the sectional qualifying list. Nick Needham.
No, because he would have been bumped out by Josie.
Yep, Josie bumped him out. And who is the? All right, Gabe Schneider. So last time they faced each other in the duels, the Whitnall duels, I believe it was, Nick Needham tech-falled Gabe Schneider.
Okay. And Gabe Schneider's gotten so much better. He really has. The kid has gotten so much better from day one. I got to give the coaching staff kudos there and the kid for continuing to work hard, because we saw these guys in the Dells in December, and this kid's a different kid. I know he's kind of getting it handed to him on right at this second, but he has gotten so much better. Really impressive to see a kid improve that much over a season.
So it's 2-0.
Still kind of having a hard time believing that I made that prediction. It didn't come true. I thought I could have put. I don't have any money.
Listen,
but if I did, I would have put it on him.
Gosh. I've seen him wrestle at Bi-State. I watched a lot of the Cheesehead. Seen him live the last 3 years, right? And I would have put money on a pin too.
I'm just going to say that he was pinned there. It just, that
just wasn't
Jeff
called.
Got out of position. He was checking the other shoulder. I'm just going to say that I was right.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, right? Yeah, and it's just kind of taking a look at stats as well. We talked about the visits to team states, and check out the individual state champs, though, right? Stoughton has a much longer history. 54 individual state titles for Stoughton, and people were surprised by this. I mean, people are surprised when you say this but it tells me how hard it is to win an individual state championship. McGuanago with 9 individual state titles. But you know this, Pat, you and I are relatively speaking around the same age. McGuanago has only come on really in about the last 15, 20 years.
Yeah, from a team perspective.
I mean, they were growing before that. Yep. I don't want to downplay who they were before that.
Yep.
But as far as people knowing them as a power, I would say probably the last 15 years.
Yeah. Always with the good individuals, but
that's not near fall.
Nope.
Oh, he's holding out 2 fingers. So, yep. 2 near falls, so the score is now 4-0. 30 seconds left. A
great fight there.
And McGuanago, great youth program, have huge numbers down there. Really built from, like you're supposed to, right? From the bottom up. 17 seconds left.
Yeah, we've had a pretty decent rivalry with McGuanago as well. We started wrestling, it was over a decade ago probably, and we beat them up. The first 6 times we wrestled them. They've had our number the last 4 or 5 years. So they've really come on. Really strong program, and the numbers are incredible. That's for sure, just like you said.
All right, that ends the first period. Nick Needham from McGuanago is up 4-0 over Gabe Schneider from Stoughton. Team score is 24-11. So Nick Needham is not a sectional qualifier. He was bumped out of the lineup by Josephine Stakowski when she moved down from 113 pounds. But the Stoughton wrestler, Gabe Schneider, 18 and 19 sophomore. He is a sectional qualifier. 2 takedown from McGuanago. That's bringing the individual score 6-1. Once again, the team score is 24-11. And the starting weight class was 145 pounds. So one of you young whippersnappers, do some math. How many weight classes are left? Oh, let me do some counting. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6.
After this one, there's 5.
Yep.
5 weight classes left.
Yeah.
So
6 including this one.
And with the gauntlet that Stoughton has coming up here, I would imagine that McGuanago's going to need a pretty good lead.
Yeah, there are some bonus points coming.
Yep.
But McGuanago has some tough kids that know how to slow the match down too, and like we were saying before earlier with the Stoughton kids, just to do their job,
Right. Well, this is a big one here, right? Can Schneider, who was tech-falled last time by Nick Needham, can he keep it to major decision, right?
Yep.
Save themselves 2 points. I mean, the way it's looking right now, 6-2, or just over the halfway point of the match. I got to imagine that, hey, they're hoping. I mean, if they could get a decision out of this, they would be ecstatic.
Yeah.
But Stoughton's got to be thinking, hey, listen, let's hold it to a decision, maybe a major decision. That keeps them in it.
Yeah, at least then you've done your job. You've done the thing that you can do. You close the gap on a guy. You can only do your job. So far he's doing it. This is one of those kids, though. You'd like it if he could pull off what Beckett Spildy did. Like at the end, it'd be like a Cinderella story.
Right.
He tech fouled me last time. I took him out with a lateral drop at the end of the third period.
The Cinderella story.
Yeah.
Former greenskeeper.
Yep.
About to become the Master Champion.
I love that stuff. I love that stuff.
It's funny though. I coach middle school and I recite lines from movies nowadays,
no
and the
idea
kids
what you're
have.
talking
Right.
about.
We're talking about becoming more agile, and I said, and I used this line. The kids didn't know what I was talking about. I said, if you can catch that chicken, you can catch Creed. And they're all like, what?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
What movie is that from?
Yep.
Blood Time. Looks like Blood Time Stoughton.
That actually almost makes me verklempt and sad to think kids don't know Rocky.
I
That
know.
hurts.
Well, they know the Rocky series, but I asked them.
Not
I'm like,
that moment.
well,
yeah.
they go, yeah. I said, have you guys watched that? And they're like, no. And I about ready just lost it and said, we're going to start doing push-ups till you guys puke.
Yeah.
How could you not watch Rocky?
Yeah, or just end practice right then and go right to the auditorium and show them the movie, and then stop it on the parts that you need them to know about,
Right.
so that when you say those things, they understand the context of what you're saying.
That's
how
right.
champions are built. Man. That's how it's done.
21 seconds left, and Wanago goes ahead and gives them one, so it's 10-4 now.
Nice shot.
Wow, that's sneaks around. Well, I tell you what, less than 10 seconds. That was a big takedown from Wanago.
It was.
That's an 8-point lead. That's a major decision, right? So he's got the major lined up. Now he can start going for that fall.
Yep. Neutral.
Blood time McGuanago now. I know it's not him, but that coach running over there reminds me of Chad Leviner. Remember?
It is him.
It is Chad. He came back. I thought he was up at Adam Friendship.
I'm sure that's him.
Let's check the lineups here.
You should look and see.
I thought Chad Leviner was.
Check that roster sheet.
What do I do with my roster here? Here we go.
Yep, it's him.
Where? He came back. Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
Chad Leviner, he was a two-time state champ, wasn't he?
I believe so.
Yep. Last year he was the coach at Adams Friendship, so he must have just came back home. It's a nice front headlock. He's running it well.
Yeah, I mean Gabe Schneider's night and day from the first time I saw him wrestle. It just proves like you have a good room, good coaching, you could really get a lot better.
Yep.
Again,
belly up.
I know he's getting it taken to him here, but you have to have seen him earlier in the year and compare him to the wrestler he is now.
Right.
I mean, I can't say enough about a coaching staff that can take a kid and make him better. In 3 months, 4 months. It's great. It's awesome to see it.
24-11 is the team score. We're approaching 1 minute left in the third period, and currently Nick Needham from McGuanago is up 14-4. He's going to let him go. Going to let Gabe Schneider go.
Come on, Nick, let's go!
Say, let's go takedowns, right? Obviously, I don't think there's enough time to take him down and let him go that many times, right?
No.
So he's looking for a feet-to-back type situation.
Yeah, sure, something off your takedown into it would work.
Warning stalling.
He is just pushing him off. I mean, you got to fight to circle in there so you get the other guys back to the edge, but
45 seconds. 9-point differential.
yeah, if you're going to turn this into something more than a major, you're really going to have to get going here, or something to his back.
Hey, and let's be honest. I mean, Schneider is if he gets a takedown, he gets rid of the major decision,
that's
right?
right.
So I mean, you
That's
gotta protect that as well. And Warren again, so.
Yeah, that takes away the chance of that takedown. But again, with 5 seconds left, the kid has done his job. You know, he closed the gap on a kid, and that's a big deal.
So 4 points now going to McGuanago, brings their score up to 28-11. So 28-11, and we have 5 weight classes to go. No, I take that back. 4 weight classes to go. All right, and
oh yeah, after this one.
yeah. Okay. No, 4 weight classes to go right now, right? We got 13, 20, 26, 32, and 38.
Yep.
Oh, 5 weight. Yep. After this one, 4 weight classes. Okay. So this is a big one here.
This is
Josie
Ramsey
Stokowski, right?
Ramsey Winton.
Josie is record-wise 28-14, a sophomore. Who is the Stoughton kid? Anybody catch that?
Yeah,
Ramsey Winton. Okay, Ramsey Winton's a 7-3 senior. So these two did not face each other when they wrestled earlier in the year. I was talking to Jason on Saturday, and for life of me, I cannot remember Jason's last name from McGuanago. Called the action with me, and he said, Josie's goal is to be the first female 106-pound state qualifier, right? We've had a qualifier at Division III. The first qualifier ever at Division II for on the ladies' side, and now she wants to become the first one to do that, and she is obviously set to do that, right? This coming Saturday.
She's in a pretty good place to do that.
Nice slide by, or not slide by, shuck or whatever you want to call it. I should stop naming moves because everybody calls them different things.
You can call it whatever you want.
Kind of got a cradle in, gives him two because he's got the cradle in.
A pin here is a big deal.
It is big, but Josie was doing a nice job. He had that cradle locked up. Jason Stromberg, somebody just told me. That's it, Jason Stromberg. Yeah.
Right.
Did you say his name? I didn't hear.
No,
Yeah.
I kept getting distracted. Like
that's right.
I meant to say it a couple times. He used to coach at West Dallas Central. And
Yep.
Now he's at McGuanago.
This kid wrestles in McGuanago. That's a nice cradle.
This is a big deal right here.
Yeah, it is.
A pin here is a big deal.
Well, I mean, even a win, right? Because I was thinking Josie was the favorite here, right? And if shoot, I lost his name now.
This kid's Winton is a senior.
Yep, he is a senior.
He hasn't had a lot of matches this year on varsity.
I believe because he was down at 120 pounds, right?
Yeah. And so that's one of the things. They got these guys down, some of these guys back in the lineup, and it does make a big difference. Short time points here. You're going to be able to hold on.
It's 4-0. Well, and Josie is she's got a good gas tank, right? She's not going to get tired.
She did wait at 6 though.
That's true. That's true. Giving up some weight.
Yep. It appeared, I would say, on Saturday that's not an easy cut.
Sure.
Of course I don't know, but
and one of the advantage. I mean, you want your team here, right? But that's one of the disadvantages is now you got guys that are close to weight. They got to make weight at twice, right? Where every other team doesn't have to.
Right. I'd still rather rest.
Yeah, I mean, I always said that too. Even when we went into team sectionals and we didn't have a prayer, it's like, no, we're going and we're going to go battle, right? I mean, that's a building block for your program.
For sure.
You know, we went into a few team sectionals where we didn't have a shot, but I was so proud of my kids. They went and just fought like heck.
Yep.
For 1 point, no points.
You never know. You never know.
That's right. Sometimes you aren't wrestling for this year, right? You're wrestling for next year, and
I just think you always have a chance.
That's right.
You always have a chance to win.
So you're saying there's a chance if you quote Emmy award-winning Dumb and Dumber. That's 1 point escape. No points. Nope. Call them out of bounds before that.
McGuanago's roughing the match again. I love that.
Just over the halfway point.
Trying trying to get their crowd into it.
Speaking of Adams Friendship, going to it as they tied, right? They tied at the regional with, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Amherst. They tied at the regional at the end of the tournament, and based off criteria, Amherst ended up going to the team sectional.
That's tough too.
That's crazy.
You know you did enough, but it comes down to criteria. But it's nice to have those tiebreakers too, and there's just a set tie-breaking system, and very simple.
Oh, that's nice. And that single leg right there.
It's a scoot.
Yeah, he's doing good job scooting his hips.
Get his hips up.
Josie's doing a good job stepping over.
Gotta get that arm back.
That's 2 points takedown. She's running a nice half, cranking it. Holy cow. A little flexibility on that. Steps in,
some strength
hips
here.
Oh wow, 2 reversal.
Some size.
Oh, that was a, no, I mean, talk about a buzzer beater, right?
Yep. That's a big reversal there.
All right, so who called neutral? I missed that. Ramsey Winton, the senior.
I didn't even see who made that. Who had choice there?
I did. I keep on looking over, and
they must just be using their words, because you know a lot of times kids use hand motions. They must just be saying it to Jeff there.
So 6-3 is the score. Out of action. All right. You know, the crowd feels it. They know how big this match is, right? This is a big one. Stone's got some power coming up here, and man, Stoughton needs it. And let's be honest with you, McGuanago needs this one, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
This is kind of the match of the duel right here. These two are both battling hard. She's got a nice cradle. She's got 2 points takedown. Let's run that cradle. Ramsey kind of curled up into that ball.
He's got to find some hands and get out of that thing.
Now he's out, so we should be neutral. They gave that one a little too early. Both coaches, you know, there is a rule about coaches approaching the mat, but both of them are doing it on both sides.
It's so hard to stay back.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the worst. It's so hard to stay back. You know, especially when you got a crowd here and you can't hear anything. Your kid can't hear you. It's tough.
That's 2. Nope, nothing yet. Rosie's holding on to that leg. Doing a good job with it.
I'd say that's 2 now, but
looks like control, kind of. Well, maybe not. It's kind of got a. This is really strange here.
That's not where you want to be.
Nope. 30 seconds left.
We're all tied up.
Yep, tied up. So Ramsey's going to need. Josie's going to need a turn or to hold him down. Ramsey's going to need a point here. Yep. 15 seconds left.
Simple escape will do it. You know, look away, peel that off, get to your feet, end the match.
I think this is going to go overtime, Coach.
That was a full Nelson.
It was pretty deep.
It was pretty close.
Yeah, if one works, why not try 2?
And you know, it looked like she had the wrist, but if you touch them together, that's a full Nelson.
Here we go. Overtime.
The moments.
Go. What happened there? Uh-oh. Oh, that might be, let's turn our camera away. Look like there's, I don't know quite what happened. It wasn't from anything that the Stoughton wrestler did. It looked like he
It looked like it was a head tap.
Yeah, it looked like he tapped her head, and also then she took off. That's tough. Right? Let's go throw up in a bucket and come back and wrestle.
Yep.
I don't know if she threw up or maybe just spit, but. And on that, kind of a trip. Wow, Josie is flat. Did you see that?
Yeah,
I mean, that back leg was out, and he had
It's a great, being able to do the splits for anybody, male or female, is great.
That's been a big change in wrestling since you and I were wrestling. We never saw We never saw the splits. That's 2 takedown and a big one for Stoughton. And I think the coaches and fans realize that they needed that one.
Yeah, that's a big win.
Well fought. I tell you what, I'm pretty pumped with both wrestlers there, right? I mean,
oh yeah.
well,
For
things
sure, that's a big deal to be
things
able
get
to bump
interesting.
up, to be able to bump up and
right,
get that
giving
done.
up weight, right?
I mean, and Winton had her in trouble a few times where it looked like he could capitalize and maybe get that pin. So
Yep.
that might even be
Well,
be a little bit of a win for Mukwonago. Although when you tie the match back up and you have a chance to win that could pretty much almost put it away. Not quite, but almost.
Chance Sudduth, man, Chance Sudduth impressed me. I watched him. I watched him wrestle at the Cheesehead, and he, in the finals, there was never a question, right? And that's a pretty tough tournament. He has really impressed me. The 43-5 junior. I didn't catch the Mukwonago wrestler's name, but I'm assuming it's Adam Whittier.
Is that Whittier, guys?
Whittier is a 28-15 freshman. Well, and it looked like Josie too. She had that a couple times. She had that cradle, right? But
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
and there's that 7 pounds difference, right?
Yep. The little vomiting episode too. That could possibly be a weight cut related thing too.
That could be.
You just made it Saturday. Now you're making it Tuesday.
Sure.
That's a tough thing. You could also just have gotten squeezed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we don't know if that's weight, right? It's just hey, it's a tough match.
Yep.
Well, what I'm saying is that 7 pounds is she had that cradle locked up and he was able to break out of that.
Right.
That's a strength thing, right? I mean, that's you're wrestling up a weight class and that guy's got 7 pounds of muscle or whatever it might be.
Kudos to Stokowski for tying that thing up and making it exciting.
It's a nice.
Mukwonago wants a slam for that. Any way you can get points,
Sure. Hey, you gotta.
Especially in this match.
It's called gamesmanship.
Yep.
Wow, that was a nice. He was setting that up the whole way.
Yep.
30 seconds left for Whittier to fight this off. That's tough.
It's pretty cut and dried to me right now.
Well, I tell you what, and the ref tonight has been, I don't want to say, okay, there's a fall, but he's been consistently delayed on his his fall calls,
making
right?
Sure,
Yep.
making sure.
Absolutely.
These are big matches.
Absolutely. So that's great. Now things, if they weren't interesting before, now they really are, right? Team score should be 28-20. Team score is 28-20, and we have 3 matches left.
That was the first period, I believe.
That was the first
He
period
didn't make it
fall,
to the
correct?
first one,
Yep. So who is that is not Nicolar. This is 126.
That's Ethan Peterson.
Ethan Peterson. So Ethan Peterson is,
Yep.
he's not I don't see him in the lineup here.
No, I don't believe he made it into their regional lineup. But he's a tough kid.
So
He's
get
just stuck behind these really good kids.
Yep. Blake Roberts, sectional qualifier. He's 22-17, a junior. Get this, coach. This is pretty interesting. Ethan Peterson lost in their dual meet 6-3 less than a month ago, right?
Okay.
So now Ethan Peterson's out to a quick 2-0 lead.
Another huge match.
Yeah, I tell you.
Man.
Yeah, it's with who Stoughton has in their last 2, you got to say this is a must-win for Mukwonago.
Yeah. Which is it's awesome how this happens in dual meets too. Like it looked like it was getting out of hand, but you got that. I mean, 145 was not a terrible weight for Stoughton to start at.
Because you know what you're going to finish with, right?
You know what you're coming back with.
Well, and Nicolar, let's be honest, if it was allowed, you could move him up to 152 and be confident.
Right. Well, and Mukwonago's already taken Wazinski out of the picture at 38 by bumping him up to 45. So they're going to have a non-starter somewhere. They're going to have a non-starter somewhere.
Well, and I know, for me, the head coach, and you know this, is like, this was what keeps you up at night, talking about, I mean, I know these coaches have gone over all the scenarios in their head 1,000 times.
Yep. And you're thinking about what are they going to do to us, too?
Right.
You know, what would I do if I was them?
If I do this, how are they going to counter?
Yep.
And then 99% of the time, that ever happens. And then your wife wonders why you're sitting up at 3 in the morning going over brackets.
Yep. Yeah, let's
not saying that's ever happened.
Let's just give a shout out to the wrestling wives. I don't care if they're youth wrestling wives, middle school wrestling wives, high school, college. I don't care who they are. Moms too.
Yep.
You know, let's just give a shout out to them. They are the most patient, loving, perfectly selfless people in the world.
2-1. Oh, is he going to give it? Oh, he's saying. He did do. I tell you what, he did do a good job dragging his foot, but the ref's saying nope. It went on the white line.
And I think you know, I'd like to see offense rewarded there, because you know, air on the side of his feet were in before that kid made that last lurch outside. You know, off the mat. But he's doing it. Peterson's looking super tough.
You know, I think in the way he's wrestling this too, Coach, you got to think he's just thinking, coaches are saying, hey, we just need the win out of you, right?
Yep.
He's going for the fall.
Yep. That's back points.
That's counting it.
That's pretty close. Oh, my,
Did he give him? He didn't give him points?
He did not give him points for that. Sorry. Now I'm trying to ref the match. I didn't say anything, though.
But we're way up here.
Yep, I didn't say anything.
So he's got a cradle locked in. His knees are secure. He's trying to pull him back in.
In college, that goes to the video review, and he gets those points. You know, it's just true. It does. It happens.
So no, because
he's still in.
Yeah, because his left knee came up and out of the cylinder. Yep. There's the cylinder. It's not on the mat. It's the cylinder like goes up. What do you call that? Perpendicular is not the right word.
Just comes straight.
It's kind of like the pylon in football, right?
Yep.
As long as you get around it.
Yep.
There's chin whizzer there. That would be big. Guanago needs that to get the reversal.
What a turn! I mean, that could end up being a big call right there. That no back points there.
So once again, the team score is 28-20. McGuanago is in the lead. We have 2 weight classes. So with if you include this one, 3 weight classes to go. And
good fight.
Peterson is out, so he ties up the match.
Good fight.
It's funny to watch the coaches on both sides. Is that you can tell that they're already talking about the next match.
Yep. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, I love it.
Absolutely.
This is what wrestling's all about, right?
Super awesome. Yeah. And again, on paper or in the rankings and things like that, McGuanago should have come in here and steamrolled this thing. And look what we got here. You know, that's why you wrestle in matches. That's why you get after it. You know.
All right.
And I'm telling you, when you got Spildy and Empey over here coaching these guys, you better be ready. You better not come in too arrogant. 2 kinds of people in the world: people that are humble and people that are about to be. You better be ready.
Strap your boots on, baby. We're tied going into the 3rd period. There's a nice, man. I tell you what,
this is a great.
If you're watching this, I apologize. You should be here.
Yeah, you should. This is what it's about.
I can't even capture what's happening here. We have the McGuanago crowds chanting "Let's go." We have the Stoughton crowd chanting "Let's go." This is fantastic.
Yep. Man, you know, in that game of inches too, like he almost had his hands locked on that cradle.
Nice trip.
Nice mat return.
Again, Ethan Peterson and Blake Roberts. Blake Roberts, McGuanago. Ethan Peterson, Stoughton. These 2 did wrestle less than a month ago, and Roberts won the match 6-3.
You know, these are the times, though, a kid like Peterson, who's wrestled quite a few duels for him, And honestly, it's one of those situations where this kid would be a varsity very successful varsity wrestler.
In many other
place,
spots.
he'd have 30, 40 matches right now. But it's just he's in a tough spot with the guys that Stoughton has there. But this is your moment. This is your time right
moment
here.
to shine. Peterson up and out, scores 3-4, 25 seconds left.
Yeah,
these are situations you practice in your room time after time. You're down by 1.
Yep.
You're up by 1.
Yep.
15 seconds left, which we have right now.
You just got a hand fight. Stay out of that over-under there. And you haven't been warned for stalling.
There's the first warning for stalling. Yep. 5 seconds left.
Circle in, snap him down.
4 seconds.
Yeah, perfect. That was
3.
Outstanding
2. He's got to do it
by Peterson there.
And
that's exactly how you want it.
Oh,
here we go.
A little bit of shock to the crowd.
Now we're going to get some irritated people over here on this side here.
Well, we're right down the middle, Coach. I mean, we got 50-50 here.
Yep. I guess you're on one side. I'm
right.
Right. I just see these McGonigal people right in front of me, and there's a hush on this crowd over here.
There is.
They know what's up here.
They know who's coming out right now.
Yep. Wow. Crazy. Huge win for Peterson. Huge win.
Tell us about the guy coming out right now, Coach.
Let's see.
Well,
which one do you want?
They can't move him up anymore, and here he comes.
Yeah, it's got to be. Come on. What are we doing here?
The show that is Nicolar.
They're just double checking who's coming out or what?
I don't know what's going on. They're holding. Coach is pulling him back. This is the gamesmanship I love. Wait, what's happening here?
What are we doing?
What did Nicolar weigh in? Maybe they can bump him up 2 weight classes. Nope, they got to put Nicolar out. All right. All right, so
I want to find out what that was.
I do too. I'd like to be at the head table. So here's your team score, everybody. 28-23, 2 weight classes left. Nicolar's coming out, and who's this that he's wrestling?
That's his Riley. Where's Bicky? Or Brady, I'm sorry.
Brady,
Riley was his older brother.
Where's Bicky? Am I saying that right?
Where's Bicky?
Where's Bicky? Okay.
Sorry about that, Brady. I just remember the other family members. My bad.
Brady Bicky, he is a senior. He's 29 and 13, so pretty experienced wrestler. Yep. Obviously, son of Coach John, correct?
Yes.
Nicolar in for a quick 2. So where's Bicky's got to be thinking, hey, I can't get pinned here.
Right. Absolutely. But again, that's a tough
one.
a tall order.
I mean, Nicolar's got like 9,000 moves he can pin you with.
Yep.
He may have invented a couple this week to pin you with.
Well, something might just happen too, like. And then he'll come off the mat and be like, I never did that before.
Right.
And then the other kid's on their back, and it's over.
Well, and in this situation, too, Coach, is Nicolar's got to be careful as well because he does a lot of crazy things like right there, right? I mean, you don't want to get in a situation where it can be interpreted that you did a slam or something crazy.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, hey, there's a point, there's an injury, and the guy doesn't continue.
How many times in the history of wrestling have you seen something like that happen, too? Like, it does happen.
All right, so Nicolar's going to let him go.
Brady's doing a good job so far.
For those tuning in right now, team score is 28-23. We have this weight class and 1 more. McGonigal is in the lead. There's a little. That's flat.
Down there.
That's. All right, now don't go crazy. Just be easy now. All right, that's the fall. All right, so 28. All right.
Oh my.
Hey, what did you want, Coach? It comes down to the last match, and here it is.
It's great.
Team score 29-28 in favor of Stoughton. We're down to our last match.
I'd still rather be wrestling in it, but
right.
This has been okay.
Hey, this is not bad. Who's the?
Sarbacher will come out.
Is this Cade Sarbacher? Yeah. Cole Sarbacher, I apologize. Cole Sarbacher.
So let's see who we got. Sarbacher.
Jacob Wazinski?
No, Wazinski started off, so it's probably Jungworth. Thomas Jungworth. Or maybe it's Youngworth.
All right, hey, guys, listen to who this is, the Muskego kid. McGonigal, I'm sorry. All these M's, thank you. Milton, McGonigal.
Yeah, it's got to be Youngworth. Is that who it is? Yeah, Thomas Youngworth.
Youngworth, okay. So Thomas Youngworth not in the regional lineup, correct? Wrestling against Cole Sarbacher, 34-8 sophomore.
I mean, there's a reason the McGuanago crowd is dead silent right now. And look at that bench.
Yep,
that is a defeated bench over there.
Cole does not need a pin or anything flashy. He just needs the win.
And he's been banged up, so he's got to be a little careful too. Like, he looks fine though. he seems like he's doing just fine physically.
Cole?
But I've heard that he was a little banged up. He didn't wrestle at our conference tournament.
These two did wrestle at their first time they met earlier this year. And Cole Sarbacher won by major decision 15-4 over Thomas Youngworth. Once again, for those just tuning in, I see the viewing going up. Team score right now is 28-29 Stoughton, and we are in our last match.
I have a different perspective from up here, I have to say.
Yeah.
It's very different.
You're right, Pat. The feel of things is for this being the match that's determined who's going to team state. The gym is eerily quiet.
Yeah, even as I stand up, there's really nobody standing up. I mean, obviously I understand why the McGuanago side is subdued, because they're in trouble here. I mean, there's no doubt.
But that 113-pound match said it all. That was a fantastic match.
You're right, 100%.
Oh, and just the grit, both kids. I mean, to see both kids just realizing.
Now we got Stoughton people all fired up, because we're getting some back points here.
I love how hard both of them fought, though.
Oh, great.
And both teams, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
great duel. Great duel.
Getting some team scores coming in from Jason. Oh, Jason, my eyes aren't good. I can't read your last name. But Arrowhead defeated Oshkosh West 42-25. Nicolay defeated Brookfield East 50-28. Nicolay's first trip to team state, by the way.
Congrats.
Franklin, wow, that's a surprise to me. Franklin defeated Burlington 38-29. And Marshfield over River Falls 40-27.
Okay.
Muskego, who I kept on mistaking the whole weekend, actually won 71-0 in their team sectional final.
Wow,
so
who'd they have?
West Alice Central.
Wow.
But hey, shout out to the Classic 8, right? Arrowhead's going to the team state, Muskego going to team state, and McGuanago obviously had a really I should say, where I am, right?
Yep,
I apologize.
We still got 4 minutes
That's
away,
right.
but you're not wrong. Though.
Could have 3 teams from the Classic 8 at the team state tournament. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, that's important to know. Like, one thing you don't want to do is, I mean, you're obviously, it appears as though Stoughton has the upper hand here, because they do. But
anything can happen.
You don't
right?
know. You don't know. As long as there's time on the clock, your kids got to keep fighting. But man, if McGuanago can't pull this one out, I mean, Stoughton's got their number. There's some kind of, the Hindus would say there's some bad karma related to this whole matchup here for McGuanago. Man, that's the sport too, though. Saturday you're flying high.
Yep.
They beat us. They're yelling out at me who's number 2, because we were ranked number 2. They're giving me all kinds of trouble. And at the end of the day, now you get, and then again.
But that's the fun part of it, right? I mean, that's the.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I was sitting up here. I was watching as you guys were wrestling, and the Muskego McGuanago fans. Darn it! I did it again.
That's okay.
They're all up, all the wrestlers, and then your wrestlers are all behind. It was really cool.
It was a great environment.
It was neat to see.
This is when we moved out of the pit, as we like to call it, or the chicken coop, as Dan Spildy likes to call it over there, our old gym. When we moved out of that place, I was nervous that this wouldn't be as good an environment.
Yep.
But like what we've proven, I feel like with the regional tournament, and then this is a great environment. This is a great place to wrestle. So that's awesome. It's really it's cool.
Once again, team score 28-29.
Man, I gotta say, I gotta give it to Stoughton. I'm impressed, man. They took their lumps early. And,
weathered the storm, right?
And really the whole season,
Yes.
I mean,
they're one of those. It's like some wrestlers you don't want to wrestle, right? Just because they're scrappy.
Yep.
Stoughton's not a team that anybody wants to face in that first round.
Yeah.
Do they have the
love
power?
wrestling them. I love it.
Yeah,
I'll do it anytime.
But the thing is, they can do what they did tonight.
That's the thing.
Absolutely.
That's the thing.
McGuanago, I believe, was the clear. I was thinking, oh yeah, McGuanago's. This is theirs tonight, right?
Yep.
And then this is what they scrapped together. And once again, we have 2 minutes left, so I apologize for those listening. I don't want you to get angry at me making this call, but 12-1 is Sarbacher clearly in hand. But
I mean, everybody that I talked to, I'm sorry to cut you off,
Yeah,
but
no.
everybody that I talked to said, "Oh, this is going to be a quick one tonight." I mean, McGuanago is going to kill Stoughton, and I said they have the points to do it. They have the points to beat these guys, and they did. And not even everything went their way.
no, careful. He's got to be. Don't do a choke. Don't do something that's going to cause a point.
Yeah, I might move down to the arm there. And,
Yeah.
he's good now though.
Got a couple
Just
swipes.
hit that arm turk there, and go chest down, keep him there.
So 14-1.
Man, one more turn. Look at this crowd.
Yep.
I got to give it to them. Stoughton took their lumps this season. We beat them 3 times, 2 duels, and the conference tournament.
And here they are.
But here we are. They put their team together. They coached them up all year. You got kids like Ethan Peterson that come in with big wins. That 12-pounder Ramsey Winton, and here you go. I mean,
That's called being a team player, right?
Yep.
You wait for your shot.
That kid will never forget that, especially after the season. And they haven't had a bad season. They have not had a bad season. But by their standard, it wasn't their best season. And here they are. That's impressive. Seriously impressive.
So with 25 seconds left, Sarbacher has a bar arm. He doesn't need to use it. He could end it with a tech fall if he wants to. Doesn't have to get himself out of position.
Yeah. And I think, here, what do? You ride hard and just make sure you secure the win. Oh, man.
With 5 seconds left. Oh, there's a roll through. Nice job. Way to keep fighting. It's going to give him the one, concede the one.
Yep.
And in 2 seconds, 1 second, Stoughton is now going to Team State for their 16th trip. Probably, you know what? I'm sure they have memorable trips to Team State, but this has got to be one that the coaches are most proud of.
That's a pretty big deal, and they should be proud of themselves. I mean, that's a way to persevere through a difficult season, more difficult for them than their last 3 or 4 seasons, and to pull off a really, honestly, I think, at least on paper, it was a big upset.
Right.
Watching the teams tonight, it really wasn't. It was an evenly matched duel, but on paper, they really pulled off a huge upset here. Way to go! Congrats to them.
And let's give a shout out to McGuanago as well, right? It's too bad that this match had to happen here and not at the field house in Madison. McGuanago, awesome team, very well coached. They have all 14 guys. Now they can focus on that, focus ahead to all 14 guys at individual sectionals this coming Saturday in Fort Atkinson. And that's going to be a great day as well, Coach.
A couple days away.
It's not long.
Here we go.
Hey, let's end with this, Coach. Let's give your Saturday. How are you guys looking Saturday, and what do you think overall as far as what's the field going to be at Fort Atkinson for the sectionals?
I mean, today I'm feeling pretty good about all my guys. We have 13 guys that I think have a really legitimate shot to take one more step to reaching some pretty huge goals. So I'm planning on having a great day there. I'm sure Stoughton and McGuanago and all the other teams there are planning on having a great day there, and looking forward to it. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great day, Coach, and I appreciate working with you. Thanks a lot. First time Pat and I ever called together. I would say we gelled pretty well together. I would come back. Yeah, I'd come back, right? And you'll have me back, I hope, right? Even though I'm from a different school and we're supposed to be rivals, all that kind of stuff. But I tell you what, one thing I love about wrestling families is that we truly are a family. And hey, if we can promote the sport any way we can, we'll do it. So, hey, for those of you listening, we're gonna call it a night. And for Steve Lorkman and Pat Yelk, we appreciate you tuning in.
Please back on safety.